Hello, zoologists of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you for tuning in to the 80th episode of our Beast series. My god, 80. Ugh, gross. Anyways, well, not really. I like it. What can I say? I'm being a little bit sarcastic there. Now, this beast in particular has been a real pain in my neck for such a long time now. And you'll see why in a little bit. It's pretty obvious, but today we're talking about the Fiendish giant spider, which sounds terrifying. Just terrifying. Stuff of nightmares. This creature is considered to be CR 1 half, and it nets you 100 experience points on a kill. And it is found in the Out of the Abyss module, or book, technically, I guess, adventure. The Out of the Abyss of adventure, there we go. It's really good, like really, really, really good. If you're a druid and you have access to the CR 1 halves, go out of your way to discover this thing. Just do it. Just go out. I don't care what you got to do, what kind of a deal you got to make. I don't care if it ends with you taking some levels in Warlock. I really don't. It's worth it. 100% worth it. It's really good. Here, I'll just show you. Let's take a look at its stats here. So the Fiendish giant spider is considered to be a medium beast that is unaligned. AC of 13, 11 hit points calculated by rolling 2d8 and adding 2 to that. It has a walk speed of 40 feet and a climb speed of 40 feet. Climb speed, very nice, by the way. Very, very nice, especially with another trait it has, and I'll go over that in a couple minutes here. Taking a look at its stats, you'll notice its dexterity is something to be marveled at. +3 to dex, and its skills gets you an extra +3 to perception and a +5 to stealth. Very nice stuff. Under senses, you'll see Blindsight up to 10 feet, which is amazing. Darkvision up to 60 feet, which is also amazing. And a passive perception of 13, which, isn't terrible. Now let's move on to its resistances and immunities. That's right, it's got those. It's really got those. Under damage resistances, you'll see cold, fire, and lightning. Under damage immunities, you'll see poison. And under condition immunities, as you'd probably expect, is poisoned as well. Now, if you think that's it, you're wrong. And this is part of the reason I was dreading doing this, is it just does so much. Let's move on to its other traits. Spider climb. A spider can climb difficult surfaces without needing to make an ability check. This includes hanging upside down, by the way. So you can literally just climb on ceilings like it's no big deal, which once again, absolutely terrifying, like the stuff of nightmares. But really beneficial in terms of getting those surprise rounds in, right? Now you also have web sense, which is awesome as well. While in contact with a web, the spider knows the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same web. Now, how much webbing can you produce? Up to the DM. I don't really know how you're going to do it. But I guess roll for it. D20, each one gets you like a foot of web. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. However you want to do it, though, let me know down beneath in the comments section. And you also get Web Walker, which is kind of self-explanatory. The spider ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing, which is pretty cool. It's safe to assume that webbing would be considered difficult terrain towards anything else. You could probably fashion traps out of it as well if you have enough survival, or if a member of your party has enough survival, or however your DM wants to rule that, let them decide. It's one of those things that kind of stretches the limitation of what this thing might be able to do. Now let's move on to its actions here. Luckily, it only has one attack. However, unfortunately, that attack does quite a bit. So it's just a bite. It's considered to be a melee weapon attack, +3 to hit, reach of 5 feet, can only target one creature, and deals 4 piercing damage on a hit initially, and that's calculated by rolling 1d6 and adding 1, and the target must make a DC 11 Constitution save, taking 7 poison damage on a fail or half as much on a success. That 7 damage is calculated by the average of rolling a 2d6, by the way, just so you know. If the poison reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour, even after regaining the hit points, and is paralyzed while poisoned in this way. Now, if you're not super familiar with the paralyzed condition, basically it's kind of like incapacitated, only every attack against them, so long as it hits, which they all should, is considered to be a critical hit. So, lots of damage. Really just a disgusting amount of damage. Needless to say, this is a pretty good thing to make poisons out of. It's also a really good thing if you're trying to do like capturing themed missions. Really nice, especially when you can't really kill them or you want to interrogate them afterwards. It just puts you in a really great spot. So, once again, if you're a druid, I don't care what you gotta do, figure out how to get access to the Fiendish giant spider. It's well worth it. It doesn't have a fly speed, but outside of that, it's pretty much perfect. Especially if you're dealing with a lot of kind of dungeon themed mobs with a lot of traps and things of that nature. That poison immunity is really going to help you out in a way that a lot of people won't. So it's really nice. That's the point. If you're a DM and you're planning on using this in your game, you know, just go nuts with it. Seriously. This isn't, as far as I can tell, a huge threat to most combatants or most PCs. So long as they can make that Constitution save, and so long as they don't get poisoned and dragged off, it should be a relatively easy mob for them to handle. The AC isn't super crazy, its health isn't super crazy. In large enough groups, I could see these things being a huge problem, but the best way to deploy them is probably through stealthier means. Really take advantage of their stealth bonus, really take advantage of their Darkvision, and really take advantage of web sense. Those are all great ways to go, and they would go a long way into building an atmosphere as well. So yeah, it's really nice. I like it. And this is, in fact, the third video we're doing today. There will be a couple other released throughout the day, just so you are well aware of that. If you're curious about when they're being released, I'm going to be making posts about the upload schedule in the community tab. So subscribe so you get notified of that. And just subscribe so you get notified in general, right? Might as well. And yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope your research into the other beast goes just fine. That being said, happy adventuring, everyone.